Good morning student. In the today video lecture I will teach about data communication terminology. First is data channel. The student, data channel means carry the information or signal from one place to another place. And next is baud. Baud means number of the signal that transfer through the channel, means it is the capacity of any communication channels, how much information will be transferred from that communication channel. Bit per second means 1 bit per seconds. This is the units, measurement units of the signals. And there are different types of the measurement units. First, bps and small bps. Bps means byte per seconds, means in the 1 second number of bit transfer will be 8, but in the small bps, bit per second, means in the 1 second 1 bit will be transferred. And there are other unit like kps and in the capital letter kps. So that's clear. Next is bandwidth. The students, bandwidth means the difference of highest frequency minus lowest frequency is called the bandwidth. And every communication channel has a certain bandwidth. If the bandwidth is high, that means we can transfer more signals. In today we are using bandwidth more in the optical fibers, but before 10 years, like twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, these are the narrow bands. And in the narrow bands we can't transfer more signals. Data transfer rates, these are the units of the data transfer rates in the communication channel. And there are many types of the data transfer rates like bps, capital bps, kbps, mbps. These are the measurement units. Transmission media. The students, what is the meaning of the transmission media? Transmission media means transfer the information or the signal from one place to another place in the network. And there are two types of the transmission media. First is guided media and second is unguided media. Guided media means if the information transfer through the wire is called the guided media, like twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, optical fiber. And unguided media, if the information transfers without wire, is called the unguided media, like bluetooth, infrared, microwave and satellite communication. These are the unguided media. First of all, I am going to explain about the guided media, like twisted pair cable. The student, in the twisted pair cable, its structure is like this. This is the copper wire, and copper wire will be covered with the insulated material. And there are two types of the twisted pair cable. First is unshielded and second is shielded. So this is the shielded, means insulated copper wire will be covered with the shield materials, but in the unshielded, the pairs will be not covered with the shielded materials. And there are many advantages of twisted pair cables. It is simple and it is easy to install and maintain. It is physically flexible, it has a low weight, and it can be easily connected. It is very inexpensive, the students, and it is the very old technology, so we can easily hire the technical persons for the installations. And the disadvantage, first, because of the high attenuation. So first of all, you have to understand about the attenuation. Whenever we transfer the signal in this channel, so that signal will loses its strength after going some distance. So that means in these channels there is a high attenuation. That's why we have to use repeaters for transferring the signal from long distance. Its low bandwidth means its bandwidth is very low. That's why it will be not used in the broadband applications. That means we can't use this twisted pair cable in the 4G. It support maximum data rate 1 Bps without conditioning and 10 Mbps with the conditioning. And types of the twisted pair cables I have already explained. Next is coaxial cable. Students, coaxial cable has larger bandwidth in the compare of the twisted pair cable, and its structure is like this. First, conductor, and this conductor material is insulated, and insulated material will be covered with the wire mesh, and last outer is the outer shield. That's clear. So that information is transferred through the conductors, and its protection is much better than the twisted pair cables. And its advantage is data transmission characteristic of the coaxial cable are considerably better than those of the twisted pair cables. Coaxial cable can use as the basis for shared cable network. Coaxial cable can be used for the broadband transmission because it has large bandwidth, offer higher bandwidth up to 400 Mbps. So that's clear. And disadvantage, expensive compared to the twisted pair cable. Coaxial cable are not compatible with the twisted pair cable, means we can't use at the place of the twisted pair. Type of the coaxial cable. The student, there are two type of the coaxial cable. First is thick coaxial cable, and next is thin coaxial cable. First is thickness. Its capacity is 500 meters. Many students, by using this type of the coaxial cable, we can transfer the signal up to 500 meters without using any repeaters. And next is thin net. So thin net, its capacity is 185 meters. That's clear. Next is optical fiber. Student, this is very costly communication channel, and its structure is like this. First is the core material, and this core material is covered with the cladding, and again cladding will be covered with the sheath, means its protection is much better than coaxial cables, and there is no attenuation in this type of the channel, and it is best communication channel for broadband. And some advantage of optical fibers as follows. It is highly suitable for harsh industrial environments. It guarantees secure transmission and has a very high transmission capacity. The disadvantages of Optical fiber cables. Its installation is very tough because it is a new technology. That's why we can't easily hire the mechanic. And connecting either two fiber together or light source to the fiber is difficult process. Because of the noise immunity, optical fiber are virtually impossible to tap. A light can reach the respective receiver out of the phase. Means there are two person. First is the sender and the receiver. So it may be possible the receiver receive the signal out of the phase because its speed is very fast. And next is connection losses are the common problem. Fiber optic cables are more difficult to solder because its thickness is more. They are most expensive of all cables. In the compare of other communication channel, it is very costly. Types of the fiber optic cables. Types of the fiber optic cable. So there are two types of the fiber cable. First is single nodes and multi nodes. So single node that support the segment length up to 2 kilometers and multi nodes segment length of the 100 kilometers and the bandwidth up to GPS. Means it is the best in the wired communication technology. And these are the guided media. So in this tabular charts you can easily find speeds, installation cost and interference of the guided media like twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optic cables. Second is unguided media. So student, in the unguided media, first is microwave. Microwave communication is unguided media and there is no need of the wire to transmission the signal, and it is the best option to transfer a place where there is the prohibitions that you can't use or carry the signal from the land side like river or desert places. And advantage of microwave communication is it proves cheaper than the digging trenches of the link cable and the maintaining repeater and cable if cable gets broken by the variety of the causes. It offers freedom from the land acquisition rights that are required for laying repairing the cables. That's clear. It offers easy of the communication over difficult terrain, means from the river sides or the seaside it is very tough to carry the carry the wire, but it is the best option from that place. Microwave have the ability to communicate over the ocean. And disadvantage. Students, there are some disadvantage of microwave communication. Microwave communication is insecure communication because in the microwave communication we are not using wired technology. That's why its signal is not secure. Signal from single antenna may speed up and propagate by the slightly different path to the receiving antenna. Microwave propagation is susceptible to weather effect like rain, thunder, and the storms. So at the times of the rain, thunder, and the storm, its signal is more affected. Bandwidth allocation is extremely limited in the case of the microwave. The cost of design, implementation, and the maintenance of the microwave link is the high. And next is radio waves. So students, the transmission making use of the radio frequency is termed as radio wave transmission. We all are familiar with the radio and their working. When certain when the certain radio frequency are allocated to the private business for direct voice communication, they can make use of it private business purpose. We are seeing many examples like FM. FM is also a types of the radio wave communications. But in this communication, first of all, we have to allocate the frequencies for transmission the signal. All radio today, however, use continuous sine wave to transmit information, audio, video, and data. Each different radio signal use a different sine wave frequency, and that is how they are all separated. Any radio setup has two parts: transmitter and the receivers. And other unguided media like Bluetooth, infrareds. So students, in the infrareds, it is mostly used in the TV remote channels, and this type of the transmission we have to use light for uh, for infrared technology, and that technology is used in the many places like TV remotes and operating the operating the other equipment devices. And laser transmission require direct line of the sight. It is unidirectional like microwave but has much higher speed than the microwaves. But laser have the certain disadvantage, which is it can be adversely affected by the weather. And next is satellite communication. The students, satellite communication is also a types of unguided media, but it is mostly used for the long distance transmission. That's clear. Long distance communication, and its installation cost is very high, very much expensive. And next topic is type of network. Students, there are mainly three types of the network. First, LAN, MAN, and the WAN. Local area network, already you are knowing, if networking is happen in the small area, so that is called the local area network. And metropolitan area network, if networking is established in the particular city, so that is the example of MAN. And wide area networks, if the networking is happen across the country and across the continent, so this is the example of wide area network. So there are mainly three types of the network, and its extension, one, that is PAN. PAN also come in the LAN sites. PAN means personal area network. If we are connected our mobile phones with the other mobile phones or the laptop, so here a network is established, and this network is the example of PAN. Or simply you can say that there are following types of the network: LAN, MAN, WAN, and the PAN. This is the example of LAN.